has it.
Ah. Good. Bouge là. Tum 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 tum. Bouge là. Okay, that's good. I want your things in my room. I miss you all of the. No, that's not the right one. Merp. That's not the right one. The thing is lagging. Thankfully, I got other things that I can do in between. I want your things in my room. I miss you all of the time. I watch yourself on the internet just to see what you'd find. I want your things in my room. I miss you all of the time. You make it look so easy, being in everything behind. Ah, 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 ah. I want your things in my. You look so cool. Getting. Oh my god. No handlebars, you wanna cry. You look so cool, I wanna die. Is it too cool to say what's on my mind? You look so cool, getting high. You don't handlebars, you wanna cry. Yeah, good. Boom. Okay. Good. Good. And we're gonna do. No. Good. Ooh. Oh shit. I made a mistake. Dumbling is your wing for Computer Show. Because everyone wants to having a wonderful day on this gorgeous night, doing gorgeous 21st July 2026. It was supposed to be thunderstorm. There ain't gonna be a thunderstorm. It is super, super good. Weather is muy bien, muy bien. Fun fact is very windy, so I'm gonna be a bit worried about the phone being what should we call it, out in the balcony, but that's okay. I want to apologize to Crown because basically I did 2 recording, which is the stream and everything, and there's no microphone. I forgot to put it back because this morning I was playing Upgrade Hero, and yeah, so I'm sorry about that, but we'll fix it. So now we're gonna be filming outside. I got a couple of videos to do, and that's pretty much it, so let's go. The thing that I hate is that it's really risky. Like, the thing that I hate is that it's really risky. Like, there's 100% chance that the phone's gonna fall, but hey, that's the life of a content creator, I guess. So, very stormy afternoon of 21st July 2026. I do not trust you. That's good. So now, before we start, I want to bring something very quickly. No. This is risky. This is way too risky. Okay. It's okay, guys. You're gonna see me holding. You see me holding the tripod. It's not a big deal. No, this is too dangerous. This is way too dangerous. Guys, this is not a good idea. Okay. Actually, not bad. Because, like, 3 phone just fell. The 3 phone that just fell are behind, they're behind, like, a line. So they're inside the slot for the, they're inside the slot. No, that's way too risky. Okay, we're gonna go inside. Yeah, we're gonna go inside. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted the content outside, but fuck. What am I supposed to do? No. You see, I'm gonna be stressed out the whole time. Forget about it. I'm sorry. I wanted to do it, but I can't. Okay. I'm leaving. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Usually I don't mind, but I have over, like, I literally have 5 number worth of equipment. Like, yeah, some of these phones are cheap, but doesn't mean that all of them are cheap. And for the one that are cheaper, we'd pay double for the one that are expensive. So, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. This is the part of the chair that broke. No, it's not a big deal. We're gonna be missing one of the almost whole year. Like, I'm gonna be honest. We've been doing Project Vendetta for what? For 292 days. Yeah, the apartment is a mess. See, the apartment is a mess often because, like, I'm not in a lot. I'm not inside a lot, so when I do tend to be outside, inside don't matter as much. Because as long as my bed is clean, as long as the sofa is clean, as long as these two are clean, we're good. Because the rest I don't touch. Like the kitchen, last time you saw me eat here. So, like I was saying, if I be completely honest, apart from the winter, of course, how much did you see me inside? Not a lot. Yeah, but if I'm going inside, I'm gonna have to clean the house because this is disgusting. It's not bad to. It's not bad to. It's not that bad. It's not bad enough to not live inside, but it's bad enough to be like, dude, this is unhealthy. Like, not even like code of violation. Just unhealthy. I know it's pretty dark, but trust me, I'm gonna work some magic. You never wanna cry. I've been watching a lot of Moses the Jeweler. I was supposed to do some things. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm either gonna stream again today, or I'm gonna do some mobile gaming. The problem with the mobile gaming is I would be able to upload everything. The problem with streaming is I would have more to upload tomorrow. So it's safer to play mobile game today, but I don't have time to do everything. Yeah. In the garbage. So yes, so today, there's not really a use to the intro because we've done one before. Is it too dark? I don't know. I never know if it's too dark. For me, it's okay, but for you guys, I want to give you quality, you know? Yeah. So, problem with having 12 cans of Monster is you feel like drinking 12 cans of Monster. Been drinking 2 of these bad boys a day lately, so that's not good. But it's still giving me a week. Okay, good. It's delicious. I'm gonna check something. Because your boy I've gotten a new boo. What is a yellow heart on Snapchat? So we're gonna do Amazon. Ink, what is that magic you talk about? See, 12 can cost us $31, which is not that bad. It's not bad at all. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Please don't call. I wonder why. But then I had enough. My window, and I can see it all. Even if my face, it would all be great. Put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. We also need to check if I'm uploading. Yeah, it's a shame because, like, when I'm talking about the state of the apartment, like, to me, if it's, I live inside, so even if it's dirty, I don't really mind. I'm not going to complain too much. But filming, you know, I still want to make an effort for you guys. Not for me, for you guys. Knife. There we go. Now I'm going to bring what my mom brought up, because my mom brought me so much food. This is Mama Vendetta Strikes Again times freaking 1,000. I want your things in my room. I miss you all the time. Oh my Atlantis. Ooh. Okay. Look at this. Jesus. And I did promise you I was going to fix the lighting, so I'll be right back. Mm. There you go. So you see? Not perfect in any shape or form, but better because we're getting more light in. And the coolest thing is there's no thunder, so I don't have to film outside. And the coolest thing is we're filming earlier because there's no thunder. I don't have a schedule to film, right? And because there is no... Ooh, that was heavy. Because there's no thunder, there's no schedule to film. And because there's no sunset, we still have the natural lighting. So it's not perfect. It's going to have this huge low. But hey, not happy. Next. So we have craft dinner ramen, dude. It's gonna be delicious. We have one extra spicy and cheesy ramen, which looks amazing. We have extra cheesy ramen. We do have good. So we have 3 of the same, but at the same time, these looks delicious. And I'm not lying. I think I'm gonna have one tonight for supper. I have a chicken pot pie that I have to eat, but these just looks too good. And yeah, we can try that out, right? We have these. Oh, thank God. She bought me muffins. I was afraid it was on cranberry. Actually, cranberry, blueberry, raisins. I'm not a big fan of it. However, strawberry is actually super cool. So, thanks a lot, Mom. Thanks a lot, Mom. Here's Rabbit. Here's your brand new car. You can have it. A 1928 Delta. This shit won't even take me to the shelter. So you got the reference. You're amazing. If you didn't get it, 8 Mile. About 38 minutes in the movie. Cause Genie move on with his mother. Cause he ain't got no place to go. And right now I'm back in the gutter. With a garbage bag that's full of clothes. And of course, now it's gonna be the rainbow. But yeah, the wind is way too strong. So I'm gonna be opening that huge bag. Holy shit. I didn't even know that they're doing bags like that. This is a good bag to have though. Okay. So I'm seeing already some great stuff. Great stuff. Right? We have some Cheerios. Right? Super cool. These are good. They're oatmeal, so that's a bit less good, but really good. Grew up on these bad boys because there was a lot of sweet cereal. I didn't have it. My mom bought me, oh my God, some Puma shoes. Yes, I'm a size 7. Okay, they're super nice. They are super nice. Yeah, they're badass. Look at this. They are badass. Holy, these are cool. These are really cool. These are really cool. Merci, ma. Didn't have to. See? Too generous. We have some CV. Can't physically show you the CV because it's my information on it, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 CV. Okay, good. Not sure how many places it is believed I'm gonna do, but still. Got some white bread. One of my favorites. I have to say, for bread, I'm not complacent as long as it's not whole grain or whole wheat. I was gonna say white, huh? No. It's all good. We have some. Oh my plants! Look at this chicken freaking breast. This I'm gonna have to eat because there's so many of them, and I don't have the place in my freezer. And chicken, you can keep it for 2, maybe 3 days in the fridge. So this is gonna be 2 nights. Because tonight's gonna be a good night. Because tonight's gonna be... We have some... Ooh, okay. We have Elegance Biscoff. Super cool. Never had these. If you know Biscoff, you know that they're possibly one of the more popular cookies. We got jalapeno hummus, which I haven't even tried the first one, but I'm sure it's delicious because it's jalapeno and hummus. So chances are that if you like the 2 things, they're gonna be good. We have frozen, I believe, lasagna. Super cool. It's gonna be delicious, right? Don't fall. We have some eggs. We started yesterday the 12 eggs, so yeah, but they're cooked eggs, so I think they last longer. We have, oh my Atlantis, got not one, but two steaks. Super nice. Love the blood here. We have a Pepsi, which is diet and no caffeine. Okay, cool. Ooh, that is super nice. It's super nice. We do have 3 jalapeno slices, which is actually unbelievable. And there you go. Well, I think that's a lot. But I'm super thankful. So what I'm gonna do is, of course, gonna call my mom, and I want to say thank you. It was very nice. It's very kind of her. I want your things in my room. I make you all of the time. I watch myself on the internet just to see what you'd find. I want your things in my room. I make this all of the time. You make it look so easy. What? Oh. I'm in the group on Snap, which is kind of adult. Of course, I don't send a picture of myself because I don't like the way I look. But somebody took a screenshot, and I was gonna write no screenshot, but there's no news in that group. So, what is screenshotting, dude? Call my mom. Let's call my mom. Dude, this is so much food. I'm very grateful. Don't get me wrong, this is so much. Hi, Mom. How are you? I'm good. I just wanted to call and say thank you so much.
Everything was okay?
Everything is super fine. I mean, holy crap, Mama, you spoil me.
What is it?
The shoes are super nice.
You like them?
Yes. I have to break them a little bit because they do feel.
Exactly.
I have to. They feel a little bit tight on the heel.
Okay, because you have to wear them. And if you feel it's tight,
Uh huh.
leave them. I'm gonna return them.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy you.
But the color is fantastic. The design is fantastic. It's a beautiful shoes.
Okay, so put them back.
I can't hear, man. You're breaking up.
Okay, I said put them back in the box.
Well, I'm gonna break them a little bit, and then after like a couple of days, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, but not a lot because I have to return them.
I pinky promise.
Okay.
The rest, Mama, is fantastic. I am so excited. Everything is so good. I'm very thankful. Thank you so much, Ma.
No problem. No problem at all.
Did you have a good time with Maria?
Because she's parce que c'est sa fête, c'était hier.
Oh, okay.
Donc, moi, je l'ai invitée aujourd'hui, mais le problème, c'est que sa mère, she's inviting her ce soir. Alors,
So you can't invite twice.
alors, on ne voulait pas manger beaucoup. Ça fait qu'elle adore Harvey's. On est allé chez
Yeah. You like Arby's too.
Yeah.
That is awesome, Ma.
Puis son fils l'a invité.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so very popular girly, huh? Did she do RVs, and RVs?
Là, je suis allée chez le maman ici.
Good.
And that's it.
You're lucky it wasn't raining because this afternoon it was. They announced thunder, but there was nothing.
Yeah, they put but we don't have nothing so far.
Well, listen, hey, it's better than nothing than everything, huh?
Yeah. So keep everything for the box.
Okay, I promise you, Ma. And did you have a nice day?
Yeah, so tu as vu les morceaux de poulet?
We, I'm gonna put them in the air fryer, but just because I didn't have, I didn't plan space in the freezer, so I'm gonna have to eat them today and tomorrow, and
Okay.
but it should be fine. Mama, it looks delicious.
Okay, parce que les steaks, tu peux les mettre dans le freezer.
Yes, it takes less space. You're right, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's less
Uh-huh.
Puis le poulet, I'm
Mhm.
telling you, look, more than 10
Well,
minutes.
like I said, I'm gonna check out the turnaround because I cannot follow directive. I swear to God, ma, you know I like the wings, huh?
Yeah,
They show you on the box how to cook it, and you do it, and they turn out they're dry, not juicy.
because
I think it's too strong.
always, c'est pas juste le air fryer, it's electric,
I'm sorry.
like a convection oven.
Yeah. You're right.
So it doesn't inform.
Okay.
Tu vois, parce que le poulet que je t'ai acheté,
Mm-hmm.
ils sont complètement cuits. C'est
Yeah.
juste
Ah,
que
there you
tu
go.
vas tu vas les chauffer, you know.
So because they think that it's frozen, that's why they're stronger.
Exactly.
Uh huh. You're right. Yeah. It makes sense because also the food that I eat on is most of the time is cooked.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
you're
So
right.
yeah,
Everything was a okay. I am super excited. I'm very excited for the food and thank you so much.
ok, tu as vu le hummus?
Oui, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. The only thing is, and this again, it's pas a big deal, but he gave me 5 CD, ma. I need a little bit.
Oui,
I need a little bit more.
I know, but I'm waiting for a peanut,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
and I'm gonna next week I have to come again to.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. You told me that you asked me if I heard from Carl. Did you heard from Carl?
Non, moi je l'ai pas appelé
But
parce que
he
je
has
trouvais
your
pas son
number.
champ. I know, but don't call anymore. That's it.
Okay.
Don't don't call. If she didn't, that's it.
C'est bon. C'est bon parce que sinon il va dire écoute, il est fatigué lui.
Ouais. Mais qu'est-ce que tu as fait avec le revue de la pharmacie ou je ne sais pas qui?
Well, the Lavancy c'est it's excellent, but it's so it's the forklift driver,
Mhm,
and it was complex because they asked me to reculer,
mhm,
and then so I want you to imagine a T, okay?
mhm.
So you have to back away in a T, and you have to go to the left, but you don't see past the wall. So it's very hard. It's very hard to it's very hard to what should we call it?
Reculer.
Ben oui, parce qu'il faut que tu contournes, il faut que tu contournes à l'envers. You have to turn backward. And because I don't drive, I'm not used to that. So c'est un peu compliqué.
Ok.
But she said, I said, she said, I'll keep you in touch because you were nice and you speak both French and English. And sometimes we have drivers that are Anglophone. But
Because even Maria told me today when she said, Mama, I can't believe on the job. He's such a good talker. He's
I know.
talkative. I know, like she said, there's something wrong. There's something wrong because, and he likes speak.
I know. Je sais, man, mais trust me, man, it's a war out there. Because
Okay, so
like I told you, I get like offers for job, mais c'est des offres des blagues. So they give me like 12 hours or 15 hours of minimum salaries. I'm like, I have a rent to pay. How am I supposed to pay the rent? And then I get a comment. You know what I get like comment?
what?
The job they offered me like c'était 16 heures par semaine. Okay, so trois shifts de 5h30, right? Because they're paying for the dinner. They're paying for the lunch break. And
Okay,
they for me 16 hours, and I said I'm gonna need a little bit more because I have bills to pay and I have rent to pay, and
okay,
they told me don't worry about it. And 5 to 6 months, you might find an opening.
okay. So go.
Mais non, je peux pas. I can't. I need at least. I did the math with dad. So mes dépenses, le salaire minimum c'est quoi? C'est quoi après les taxes? And I need at least to survive 28 heures.
C'est fun. Qu'est-ce que tu ne comprends pas? Plus que tu vis avec la maison, le moins que tu
Okay.
ça, c'est une autre affaire. La travailleuse sociale, qu'est-ce qu'elle te fait, elle?
Well, she's very insistent on me going to Nunavut.
Non, ça, je
I
le
know.
dis.
I told her, but she doesn't
Non,
listen.
non.
She said c'est une communauté en développement, and there's a lot of opportunity there. You'd make a good living there. Parce que eux, qu'est-ce qu'ils font? C'est qu'ils font. Oui, ils veulent t'aider pour trouver un travail, ils veulent t'aider, mais ils ont des postes qui poussent plus parce que des postes qui sont gouvernementales.
Mais c'est
And I even, like I told you, I even did la soupe populaire because I wanted to work. So basically, when I started doing the welfare, quand j'ai commencé le BS, I was like, well, I want to get experience in service de clientèle, you know. And then I started doing the what should we call it, the soupe populaire, and they cut me because they said no, you have to be available if you're working at a you have to work, you have to be free. If you're working, you're not free, and because you're not free, you cannot find a job. And then they called the guy, and the guy that was in charge of the soup populaire, right? And he told them, oh yes, he's working for me, but never mentioned that I wasn't receiving a payment. C'est pour ça que ça fait des problèmes. C'est pour ça qu'ils m'ont cancellé. That's why, because there was the month of November. Okay, so the month of November, they didn't get the I didn't get the check. So basically, I told you the story. Long story short, what happened was I thought they were gonna give me the check in my account right away, but they sent it to me via La Poste.
ok, c'est pas grave.
But listen. So I in the month of November, I didn't get the check. C'était perdu à la poste. It was lost, and I was working in the le soupe populaire, and I got in so much trouble. So yeah, c'est complexe.
Mais pourquoi tu as dit que tu n'es pas payé?
I'm sorry.
Why did you tell them that you weren't paid?
I told them, ben ils ont dit, on n'a aucun moyen de vérifier si t'es payé, oui ou non. Parce qu'il dit, tu pourrais le faire sous la table puis on le saurait pas. And then, because I didn't cash in the month of November, they thought I was making money because I didn't get the check.
Ok. Si tu me prends pas un cours, ils vont te payer le cours, Stéphane.
Yeah, I know. They told me like $300 per week.
So perfect, Stéphane.
Yeah, I know, but you have to work in there. You have to, c'est pas comme un contrat, mais il faut que tu te places. Sinon, tu peux rembourser le cours. So, for example, if you take a cours in, I don't know, fish or butcher, right? Si tu te places pas, faut que tu rembourses. So, for example, if the class is 30 students, right? And the taux d'embauche, c'est 40%, c'est 45%, c'est 50%. That's 12 to 50 people that get hired. And the 10 to 15, if they don't find a job in there, they have to reimburse part of the course. But you know that I'm putting in the effort.
Okay, anyway. You know what? I'm not gonna go on it anymore because you hurt. Help you, and I don't think you really. I want to help you.
I know you want to help me, Mom, but it's
no. Anyway, it's your life, but I'm telling you, Stéphane. I'm telling you. Listen to me. Social, ça m'a pas aidé.
I know.
Okay. N'importe qui tu vas rencontrer, it's very low class, you understand?
Yes, Mom.
Very low class. Your image in front of people is not good. Okay?
And my father, he called me yesterday, and he told my aunt Martin, he told her I was on aide sociale because Samuel, he has a hard time finding a job. And then my father told my aunt, he told my aunt like, hey, my son is on welfare and that's how much he makes. So my aunt, and I didn't know he told her, so my aunt, she called me yesterday and said I would like more information about the welfare. So I told my father like, you don't understand, like the way they gonna see me, I'm gonna be looking like a loser, like a bum.
Yeah, it's not
But
good
he's telling everybody. He told, so then you don't know. So he told Marcel. Marcel is a friend of, he's the husband of a coworker of Nathalie, right? And he told her, he told Marcel because they were working together, because he does renovation, right? He told Marcel. He told him you can hire him because right now he's on welfare.
Okay.
Huh?
Ça, c'est correct.
No, c'est pas correct because no, it's pas correct because I received a message from his daughter saying I'm sorry that you're having a difficulty financially. Tu comprends? Hein?
But
So,
that's okay. If you can work with him,
oui, ben,
it's better than nothing.
ça je comprends, ça je comprends, mais pas au point de tell the whole world because I'm not proud of that.
And you shouldn't be proud of
No,
it.
if it was me, I would say, hey, my son is having like a bit of financial trouble. If you have a job, can you call him? Not he's on welfare. You should call him. You don't do that. Mais bon, qu'est-ce que tu veux faire?
Anyway, maintenant, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé?
Well, the guy called me and he said it backfired because I worked for him for the summer. J'ai travaillé avec lui 4-5 fois. And he told me like, "Are you okay with money?" I said, "Yes." Why? He said, "Well, your father told me that you were on welfare," and I told him, "Okay." And he said, "Well, I cannot hire you because c'est pas syndiqué, c'est pas c'est pas réglo là. It's basically you're contracted, so you work for one day, you get paid for one day." Mais là, vu que j'ai l'aide sociale, he doesn't want because then he's gonna go after his company. So, huh? Because legalement, if you're hiring people that are on welfare, you're kind of frauding the government. En tout cas, so yeah, so right now I want to get out of this because even if I find a job that's not the most glorious, but at least if I get something else, I can do it. At least if Marcel wants to hire me, I can do it. At least Nachi does a lot of banquet.
Oui.
She does a lot of banquet. She does a lot of like the weekend work and shit like that. And sometimes they need people, and they call me. La cousine Anat, she owns. You remember on Ville Saint Pierre?
Oh, oui, je sais. C'est pas grave. Après ça,
Le fleuriste.
Oui.
They used to hire me for Mother's Day and for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hire me because I'm on welfare. So they said, "Oh, we're gonna give problem." So yes, I have
That's
to.
bullshit.
No, I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's bullshit because if she wants to pay you on table, she can do that.
No, but it can be.
Because Saturday and Sunday.
Oui, no.
Okay, le welfare, il va pas t'appeler.
No, I know, but I'm telling you what
That's bullshit.
I'm telling you what they said.
Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Tu sais, Stéphane, moi, je ne suis pas, I'm not proud of it at all. And I had told you that now it's too late. You did it. And I'm telling you, Stéphane, you have to look for a job. Because,
I am.
Because I'll tell you something, ton image in front of people, when tu es dans le VS, c'est pas beau.
I understand.
But this is your life. I'm not going to get involved anymore. It's life. You do what you want, but I'm telling you, it doesn't look. That's
No,
it.
I agree 100%.
Plus que ça, je peux pas te dire. Je veux pas te blesser, mais c'est pas beau. Si tu vois comment ton père il parlait le Lise.
I know. He called. He called me Lise.
Exactement. Okay. So even I'm ashamed to say that.
I understand.
Ashamed because I work like an ass. I always work like an ass. And my son, he's on bien. So I'm embarrassed to say something.
I know. I understand. Yeah, I understand. It makes sense.
He was talking shit about your aunt. Okay, that she was on welfare. Okay, never mind your grandmother. She was super beaucoup.
Oui.
Mais l'autre, elle n'a jamais travaillé une journée dans sa vie.
Jamais.
Ok, donc ça c'est pas. It's not. Anyway.
Well, I did get the interview last week, so that's at least that's a step forward, no?
Yeah.
Maybe you never know. Maybe I'm gonna find the right place, and then I'll never have to worry about that again.
And working 16 hours, you should accept it. Thank you, because if they have an opening, they will do it for you.
In 5 months.
Mind, it doesn't matter, Stefan. It doesn't matter. I'm helping you out.
I understand that. Yes, I understand that.
You understand? So it doesn't matter if you work 16 hours, it's better than nothing. You see people, you get out, and you interact with people.
Yeah.
And you're very good on it.
Yeah.
Very good.
You're right. You're right. I have to take that in consideration also. It's gonna be good to be get out of the house.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're that's where you're right. I have to get out of the house too. Because you go, I have to get out of the house because you go crazy in there.
Of course, and I mean you're young.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things you have?
Well, tut.
You know, like what? You know, like come on.
You're right. No, you're right.
Puis, une autre affaire, je vais te dire de quoi je parle là. Même si the welfare knows that you are working, trying to work at least 6 hours a day.
Yes.
That you are looking for a job.
No, but now, like I told you, because give me a sec, Mama. Give me a sec, Mama. I'm gonna call. Mama, I'm gonna bye. Not recording. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Whew. Yes, it was le recensement pour le gouvernement. I thought because I applied there, I thought it was they were calling me for that. C'est un sondage.
Ok, mais est-ce que tu as fait ton affaire? Non.
What do you mean?
Did you do le recensement?
Oui, oui. Because I applied.
Okay, parce que tu sais, non. Est-ce que tu as fait la formulaire?
Swear to God.
Okay, because there's 5.
I know.
Okay.
C'était il y a longtemps en plus là. Non, I applied to do des sondages pour le gouvernement. To apply, I applied there. I thought they called me to say, hey, I'd like to interview you dans une entrevue. Non, c'était pas une entrevue, sorry. I thought it was an entrevue. C'était un sondage.
Okay.
So yeah, so like I was saying, you know that because I had problem with the government, you mean in what you would call it? Yeah. So I'm getting called every single week, and they're checking where I apply and they're checking what I'm doing because there was a flag on the account. So last week, just so that you know how severe it is, and I have to get out of here because c'est pas normal là. Like I applied, you know, on this source.
Oui.
There's the eBay Games.
Oui.
Okay, so I applied for eBay Games.
Okay.
And they called eBay Games to make sure that I did apply.
Okay.
And eBay Games told them no, it didn't apply. The problem was they called the girl, the person that's in charge of mon dossier. Elle m'a appelé jeudi. And I gave the CV on Wednesday. So there was no manager. That's why he didn't receive my CV. So then she
Est-ce que tu as appelé pour dire ça?
Oui, no. She called me. She said, "You told me because whenever I when I apply places, right? I have to do it like times a week. I have to fill up a formulaire online that says, okay, well, I applied here. I got an interview here. Here's what happened because right now my account c'était flagué, right? So yeah, so it's and even then. She was telling me like, well, if I keep on calling companies and they tell me that you applied but you didn't apply, we're gonna cut you. And yes. I said I understand, but I said I applied there yesterday. Maybe the manager didn't come in. Mais juste.
Est-ce que tu as appliqué ou tu mens?
Non, sérieux, ça à 100%.
Okay.
No, I did. I did this. I did Baskin Robin. Il y a aussi une place pour les une espèce de renaissance là.
Tu dois aller, ils engagent.
I know, I went there.
And?
Yeah. Well, I gave my CV. I don't know because it was only last week, so I don't know if they saw my CV, they received it. I don't know. But yeah, so they're very on my case. So, and then c'est pas plaisant parce que I feel like c'est comme une enquête. And I understand that I made mistakes and I understand that my account is, flag. But to be called every single weekend, it's an enquête and said, hey, c'est pas normal là. So now, just to let you know, I'm getting called every week for the enquête. I'm seeing a charge social.
Mhm.
So it's a lot. And then sometimes they call me in the middle of the day.
Mhm.
They said that we had a couple questions to ask of you, but
It's okay.
it's not questions. C'est pour voir si je travaille. So, for example, if you're working, you don't answer the phone, and if you don't answer, c'est des problèmes ça.
Ben, c'est exactement, c'est pour cela que je t'ai dit, accepte le. I don't know why you didn't.
Well, I was afraid for the rent.
What fucking rent? If I'm giving you money for
I
the rent, why should you even
because the
consider?
goal is not to have you give me money, man. The goal is to pay it myself.
Okay, but the goal also to try to work.
À 100%. À 100%, 200%, absolutely.
Okay, okay. Anyway,
Absolutely, man. And it is what it is, you know.
okay.
Mais I appreciate.
Pourquoi tu ne vas pas dans une agence de placement?
That would be a possibility, yes.
What?
That's a possibility, yes.
But what are you waiting for?
Nothing.
Okay.
If I can avoid it because I didn't have the best experience in Bidar, but like you said, the one next to your house, maybe is better.
Because I have to check how come it was closed.
Yeah.
Because if it's closed, I have to take phone on the number.
Mhm.
I'm gonna call and you call to have an appointment
Mhm.
and go because she's very good.
Yeah, because like I told you, like Bidar, they're dumb. They send me to clean the office la nuit en hiver in the middle of nowhere. Ça c'était très dangereux là. Anybody can see me. There was no police. There was no bus stop. There was no safety.
That's why I told you to go out because you don't know how to react. You understand? You don't know how to react. Something like that, it happened. You should say the truth. I do not drive. I cannot. There's no buses.
Mais non, c'est la nuit.
So that you have to go out and see people to get experience because you have sitting home playing. It's not gonna help you. Trust me. It's not gonna help you.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be okay. I want you to be okay.
And I appreciate that.
Even Maria said, I do not understand. He's perfectly bilingual. He likes people. Like she's going crazy. I said, I don't know. Apparently, he's getting his CV and is not getting anywhere.
I'm sorry. You said what? He's giving out CV. Yeah.
Yeah. Like she doesn't understand.
And yeah, I wish I had an answer. I wish I had like a solution. I wish I had like a good news for you. Of course I wish.
Okay,
Et c'est pas plaisant de pas donner des bonnes nouvelles. Là. C'est pas plaisant de pas pouvoir te dire and call you and say, Mom, we don't have to worry about anything. I have a job, you know. C'est pas plaisant.
C'est pas ça. Maintenant, tu dois travailler pour toi-même.
Well, I know, but there's pride in there. I want to share that with you guys.
I know that. I will. Trust me, I know that. I know that you will. But you have to work harder.
I understand.
Like, go out and see des agents. Il y a plein d'agences. Il y a plein des affaires. À chaque fois que je vais faire quelque chose, je vois quelque chose, je vais te l'envoyer. But you think that I'm pushing you? So
no, it's not pushing mine. It's just I was mad because I'm old enough and it was just that, like, for example, in the message that she sent, it said, hey, this is my name. Like, it hurt my feelings because I'm like, does she think I don't do that? Does she think that when I call I don't say my name? Because the message was, hi Carl, this is Stefan. Hope you're doing well. It hurt my feeling because I was like, should she think that I'm not able to do that? Does she think that I cannot do that? It's normal. It's common courtesy. Of course I do it, but
Anyway, okay.
C'était juste un petit peu beaucoup là. Of course I like when you send me like resume because you live in a place where there's a lot of enterprise and I don't go there every single day. So sometimes you see a job opening and it's only open for a couple of days.
Puis au bout de ça, Nathalie, elle a un photocopieur ou non?
Yep.
Elle a un photocopieur.
Yeah, but yeah, their photocopy is. C'est des fois il y a des what should we call it? Des taches. Like there's ink spots.
Anyway, okay.
I'm gonna show you like a copy of ink spots.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. So anyway, okay, all right.
Well, at least we had a talk, and at least I know where you're standing, you know where I stand. So that's great. Communication is very important, and you're right. I'm gonna be checking that out for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Maman,
Oui,
have a great day.
you too.
Merci pour tout,
Take care of
and
yourself.
thank you for caring about it, and thank you for making sure that everything is okay. I appreciate it.
Well, of course, I care about you because you're the only one I care about. You know, like, come on.
Come on. You're right. Non, à 100%, mais c'est juste que c'est pas c'est
J'ai honte. J'ai
But I
honte
understand
de
that. But
dire.
it's hard for me to you know to call you and know that you're ashamed of me, and it's hard to call you because I don't have any good news, and every single day I hope I get to call you, and I hope to say like, hey, I found something. C'est dur pour moi because I want you to be happy because I know it stresses you out, and
It
like I said,
stresses me out for you, not for me.
I know, but I would like to call you and have good news.
Okay, but it doesn't matter, Stefan. Make the steps.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
100%. I understand.
Okay.
100%, ma.
Okay.
So,
Juste fais attention, le poulet, don't do it even 7 minutes and check.
I'll check because like I told you, I wish you had the same as me. That way you know exactly because every single machine is different. So I'll check it out and I'll tell you how much it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but like you have to check it because it's not
Rocket science.
Yeah, it depends. I think it depends from the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yours, yours, it's good because I bought it from Costco.
No,
So
I'm not
it's
saying
good.
it's not good. I'm saying it's strong.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
I think what you have to do is you have to be like because they have presettings and I always use a presetting.
Yeah, just check it. Yeah, nothing to you don't have to. Just check it. Put it at 7 minutes and check it. If it's okay, then you're okay.
Okay, sounds good.
You know? Yeah. Okay.
Ben, merci beaucoup, maman.
Il n'y a pas de problème.
Passez une belle soirée.
Alors, je te vois peut-être lundi prochain, je dois aller. Je veux faire des pré-arrangements pour mes funérailles. So I'm gonna be in La Chine. So.
Okay, we'll go for McDonald's. We'll go for a drink.
And because it's Maria again, I cannot ask her to.
So you're just coming in and out?
Yeah.
Okay, as you wish.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to make 4 copies.
Y a pas de stress. I'm gonna ask my father.
Anyway.
Worst case, he's gonna go at because there's places that do it.
I know.
He's gonna go to Bureau en Gros. Don't worry about it.
We'll see. We'll get talk before I come. Sure.
Perfect. Okay, ma.
Okay.
Have a nice day, ma.
You too. Bye.
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 Sounds good. See? Calmer, nicer. It's nicer. My mom, I don't like fighting with her. And yes, it didn't go as planned. It didn't go as well as it could have. But at the same time, it went well. It went better than last time, which is great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the food. I'm kind of seeing that outside is like a lot nicer. I'm afraid for the wind. It's not nice. What am I talking about? It's the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook these. I'm going to make a mukbang. I'm going to do chilling. That was just a lot of talking. So what I'm going to do also is tonight I'm not going to be streaming anymore. I'm going to be doing the mobile games. That way I can do it tonight. I can do it tomorrow. My apologies. And then because the goal was what? The goal was to do, because it's more of a storage problem, right? It does seem like I don't care about my mom said, but I do care. It's just that it was it's just so much talking. Like, I love my mom. Don't get me wrong, but c'est quoi? C'était. Okay, it's 11 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. 30 minutes on the phone, so of course I care about my mom, and of course I love her, but when it's after 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, good. So we'll be cooking that. The plan was to do like for the storage. The plan was to do like a full day of filming or streaming, a full day of social media, a full day of the gaming, and yeah. But we're not gonna do it. I keep on hearing this freaking can. I'm not sure if it's outside or inside. If it is outside, I have to put it in. And if it is inside, I'm good. Yeah, it does a lot better. We didn't have a rainbow, but I miss it. And it's just, it's just, she's right. She's absolutely right. But she's just that, there's such a disconnect. She thinks I'm lazy, but. And yes, this whole discussion of where do you put your effort? There's this there was this other expression of kitchen nightmare. But it was this guy used to put in the effort at the wrong place. And yet Gordon Ramsay called him a busy idiot, That was a good episode too. I haven't watched this one in years. Why? Because they sued Kitchen Nightmare. They made it the business look bad. They said that it was they sued and this was taken off the air. Good. So now, what I'm gonna do is, I don't know how much I'm supposed to have. I'm gonna have these. Well, I was talking about the busy idiots. There's time where I am a busy idiot. I put in so much effort, but it's possibly not in the right places. And of course, and it's just, yes, and then the 5 is what my parents want. And I'm gonna say something that's very positive, but it's gonna sound negative. I was talking about the whole, they want me to work at Costco, and it does feel like all they think I can do is Costco, right? Which is, there's nothing wrong with Costco. There's something wrong with establishing limits for yourself, right? That makes sense? Do that again. I want your things in my room. I miss you all of the time. And yeah, there's negative, but it's positive too. I think that both my parents, I think they're, because I got a hard time just putting my mom in there because, not only her. Like, she's talking about how my father talks shit about my aunt because she has mental issues. She's on welfare for that. And again, my mom, she's right because this morning I'm playing, it wasn't this morning, it was yesterday. I'm playing Fortnite. And my father tells me that he told my aunt that I was on welfare. Which, is the truth. Don't actually mind. But at the same time, did you really have to tell people? I'm not proud. I wish I wish I had either a job that I see myself in or a job that is everlasting. And yes, of course I can find a job, of course. But I have such a hard time imagining myself going to a company for just the time being. If I'm going somewhere, I want to be honest. I want to be genuine. I'm not going there for a paycheck. Yes, I'm working for a paycheck, of course. But the sole reason I'm going there is because I think the company is a good company. I think that what the company is doing is good. I think that there's a future here. I think that I want to feel value. I had this problem of, well, you know, it is what it is. At least I'm getting paid. Like, how many people that you ask that have a job, when you ask them, hey, how do you like your job? They tell you, like, well, you know, it's a paycheck. Like, no, dude, you want to be proud of what you did. The first thing I need to do is clean the apartment. Because this is one of the bigger problems. Yeah, so we're going to do that tonight. But anyway, tonight we don't have a movie review. We don't have anything. That's kind of good. So, like I said, my father was talking about me to my aunt. Saying I'm on welfare. I'm making this much. And I told him, I said, Dad, I said, like, I know that you're being honest, you see. This is a tripod. So it's still very windy. There was nothing on it, so it's not a big deal, but still. And, yeah, so told him, I understand that you want to be honest. I understand that's my aunt, so she won't judge. But, like, don't tell people that I'm on welfare, okay? Don't tell people I'm on welfare. My father doesn't understand that there are things that are better left unsaid. I think that everything is worth talking about. Everything is, you know, like, what I told my mom is a true story. Like, I was working for this guy in summer. I made a video about it, and he was renovating in the houses. And then I wasn't on welfare. And then he told the guy, which I was on welfare. He said, "Well, I'm not feeling confident to hire Steph because I'm gonna get in trouble with the government." And it's not like he was hiring me every single time, but now I have to confirm that I have a job. Otherwise, he won't hire me. But when I told him that I have a job, he won't hire me because I have a job. You understand? So the guy saw me in the daughter by chance, because I haven't talked to her in years. By chance, I was checking because what he did, it was like the events of Lachine, and to go to the events of Lachine, you have to go on Facebook. So my Facebook, it was open, and then his daughter texted me, and she hasn't texted me like in years. And she's like, "Hey, I heard about your financial situation. I hope it gets better. I'm sorry to hear that." I'm like, "Ah, okay, cool." Again, is that being dishonest? Kind of, but it's about being, yeah, you know, I'm not going to tell my, let's say I get cheated on, right? I'm not going to tell my whole, like, hey, dude, I'm not going to tell the whole freaking workplace, you know? So, and of course, but like I said, I do want a job that I can feel value at. And you see my mom, and again, it's nothing against her, but you're telling me, and my mom says she's helping me. She helped with the food, right? I'm still not able to pay the rent, which is not true because 16 times 4 is how much? Is 32, 64 hours. You're making about $15 an hour before tax. Let's say you're making 12 an hour, so you do 16 times 12, which is 720, which is more than enough to cover the rent. And if I get the food, I'm still able to make it because my rent is like 670. Yeah, so you make enough to cover everything, but what's the point of working 16 hours? You want to work. If you're gonna work. If you don't want to work, don't work. You know. So yeah. So and she was like, no, you have to do it. You have to work. It doesn't matter. And there's just like desperation. There's just, and again, and she says like things like, oh well, I work my ass off. Like, nobody asked you to. And even then, I'm like, the goal mine is for you not to pay anything. Like, it's $200. I don't know how much she makes, right, out of her what should I call it? And the craziest thing is, she was working at a place because she thought I needed help. She was working at Home Sense. She thought I needed the help for the rent and everything like that. Then she stopped working at the Home Sense because she thought I had a job, which I lied. I'm sorry, right? She quit the job, which she didn't like to begin with. She didn't like the job, so that was a positive thing. Then she learned that I wasn't working, and then she's back on the market for a job. So, Ma, don't worry about it. They're just very unhealthy. It's just very sad. And of course, just my mom. I wanted to be okay. I wanted to be happy, you know. So I try to avoid that, right? And yes, I can work, absolutely. But I'm not gonna, because it's just like I have this problem where, and yes, ultimately speaking, it's pride. I don't want to do a job for a paycheck. I want to be doing a job that I care about for a company that I care about because I think that my time is valuable, and I don't mind helping somebody else's company. I don't mind helping somebody else's dream. I don't mind being a salary or a worker. I don't mind 40 hours a week if it's something that I'm proud of. For example, I could do like a freaking. I applied to do the garbage. So like it's not very glorious, but I need a job and I need to work. The salary is good. Second of all, I love the city, and I'm making sure that city is staying clean, right? And it's not a lot of work. It's you pick up what is it? Maybe 10 or 15 or 20 streets. Let's say there's 20 houses each. That's 400 houses, and 8 hours. It's not a lot, you know. So yeah, and I applied there, and I would have been proud to do it because I was working for the city. However, I had another job. An interview, which was on Zoom, which was a interview for people getting donations. So if it was for the Red Cross, and at first I'm like, okay, cool. This is very nice. This is very cool. Red Cross is something that's important. Red Cross is something that is meaningful. I could absolutely work at Red Cross. I was proud of it, And then the discourse changed, and I'm saying the Red Cross, but I think that's a fantastic company. I think what they're doing is truly fantastic. But when they wanted to do the interview, it's like, okay, well, we have a quota, right? And if you don't respect the quota, well, there's gonna be pay cuts. I'm like, first of all, you're basically giving a quota, so you have to have a minimum of donation, which I don't think is a bad thing. I do not think it's a bad thing. Where I have a problem with is that you're associating this with, see, we're not doing good. Today I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm not uploading. I am not uploading. It's been a couple hours like that. It's okay, it's 15 minutes, but still. I want your things in my room, I miss you all of the time. See, it's a situation of, like, you're putting a quota, which is a minimum amount of donation, and it's not even an amount of money, it's an amount of donation. You have to have, like, even if it's 25 cents, you still got, right? So you're pushing people and you're stressing the employee to get a reward. So they're more aggressive, they're more outgoing, they're more, and ultimately speaking, who is benefiting from that? It is the freaking employees, right? It is the freaking, not employees, I'm so sorry. It's the freaking people, for example, they're doing well in Africa. So that's what it was. They were working on a project to build wells in Africa, right? I don't remember the exact place because I forgot the continent, of course, but that's what it was. And I thought it was fantastic, right? Because I'm like, dude, this is a good opportunity, I'm been favored by life. I had a lot of things given to me. I had to give back to and I could go back to my. It's complex because you talk about your community, right? Giving back to your community. Giving back to your community is bullshit. Because giving back to your community, it's being there. It's making sure that the community is clean. It's safe. There's a lot of crime. You try to do your best to do. Okay, what can we do? A neighborhood association, neighborhood watch. So you making sure that this is done, and it's not only done, it's properly done. So you're making sure that your neighborhood is safe and a place that's. So when they were talking about building wells in a country which is a continent, I'm sorry, in a continent that is, I don't know if the entirety of Africa has this problem, but they're talking about a place where there was really a need for water, right? And I thought it was a great project, but then I was like, you're shutting people out. So the people that's working for you don't even care about getting a donation because it's a good cause. They care about getting money because they have this quota to follow, and if they don't follow it, there's consequences. So where does it stop? If for example, if I didn't get what I needed, okay, what's going to be consequences, right? And then amount of for example, right, the quota is 40 donation, right? You were very lucky, right? Out of the 40 donation, 20 of those were $1 or $2, right? But then your salary is $20 an hour, right? So you are costing more than what you got out of your whole day. So you didn't make money for the cause. You cost money for the cause. And that just doesn't sit right with me. I'm like, we're working, we're like busy idiots. And it didn't make sense to me. It didn't sit right with me, right? So then the guy was talking about, and yeah, he said, well, there's consequences, and if it's a daily occurrence that you're not meeting your quota, you might lose your job, you know. And I'm like, imagine being afraid that you're not getting enough donations for a cause. But that's not your main issue. Imagine being afraid that you're going to be losing your job, and then something that's very humanitarian becomes very how much we call it, becomes very company. Ricky Gervais in his show did the same thing. He did a bit where there was this guy who kept asking him for money, right? And he says, well, out of this money, I can show you the clips. I think it's a good clip, but I don't know if I'm going to get copyrighted. You want to say screw it? Okay, let's say screw it. Let's say screw it. And of course, I when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, you know, this is not something for me. Shish, shish, shish. Oh, I don't have a knife nearby. I had a knife and I threw it in the sink. Which, by the way, never throw a knife in the sink. If you do the dishes and you forgot there's a knife in there, you can cut yourself. Never do that. I think they're good. I think they're good. We put them for 7 minutes and a half. And there you go. I think they're perfect too. So yeah, so I had a problem with that. And I would have been so proud of working for them. And am I saying the company is wrong here? No. Am I saying that what they're doing is not okay? No, because you want to make sure that the people that you hire are really working for you and not just dilly-daddling and doing anything that they want, right? And the way they were talking, it was insane. And business-wise, it makes so much sense. But personality-wise, it doesn't. So they were like, oh, there's sector. Like, for example, this metro station or this marketplace. It was like Jean Talon. If you live in Montreal, you know what I'm talking about. And the way they were talking about is... And this is so interesting because they did study markets. They said, okay, well, if somebody is there, usually they make more money. So if we're going to hire somebody, we're going to make sure that they're going to a place where people are more likely to donate. So if you... so in Lachine, I was depositing money on the... I was watching Walking Dead. It was when I started the playthrough of Speedster, I believe. Either Speedster or VODs and... I think it was VODs and... it was VODs and Frenchie, yeah. So I go in and I go to the bank and I'm depositing money, right? At that time I don't even have welfare because they cut me off. Why? Because I didn't cash in the check. I'm so embarrassed. It's not literally embarrassed. It's so, and I often talk about, I'm complaining about my parents, how they're after me, but no, let's talk about really the reality of being on welfare. It's not, I'm not proud of this. So I go in and I'm nervous, right? And I literally clean the apartment. Bon appetit. Oh wow. Yes, Mama. Me again. Listen, I follow your advice.
Yes.
J'ai mis des poitrines de poulet 7 minutes et demie.
Okay.
You're a fucking magician.
Yeah.
C'est parfait. They're juicy, they're tasty. Mama, it's delicious.
Yeah. Because I don't know, maybe because my
Wow.
fire is much older than you. But I don't follow the
You can't.
no.
You can't. Mama, it's incredible. I just wanted to tell you that you did good. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, Mama, I love you. Bye.
Bye.
And delicious. So yeah, so you know, I was so embarrassed of getting checks. I just go to the bank and hear me out. I will deposit checks when I had no money. Like during the last 3 months, I think the Bible. I think the Bible. I didn't get the welfare checks. No. They pay me in full retroactively. These are so good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Best chicken breast I've ever had. Delicious. Holy shit. That's some good stuff. It does take a lot of place in the fridge though. Wow. I did it again. Oh, not pay attention. So, the last 3 months I didn't get checked. I'm not complaining. I'm being broke. Why? Because I'm healthy. I can work. So, the last 3 months I'm like, hey, it was useful when it lasts, but now it's done. Now you have to do something. I don't think they're gonna tell me. I don't care how believable this is or not believable this is. I don't care. You're gonna tell me that during the last 3 months that I didn't get any money, I didn't make an effort to find a job? What? Of course. I'm saying it's true. You always see oh, we're hiring. We're hiring. You don't wonder how many hours you give. You don't wonder what the condition there is. Well, I had this interview for a place called Renaissance. And people call it Goodwill. So, what it is you have companies. And these companies, what they do is, you're gonna give them old clothes, right? Old clothes, old appliances. It's almost community, right? Some people, what they do is they sell. I thought it's microwave. It's working well, but I need money. How much can you give for me? How much can you give? No storage. Fuck off, bro. Sorry guys, not enough storage. Sorry guys, same old, not enough storage. Fuck me, right? So, they do the interview, it's working well, I get a job, right? And they're telling me like, okay, well, you follow this list, right? They tell me, okay, well, how much you can offer for this? This is how much you can offer for this. This is how much you can offer for this. But I had a lot of questions. So I'm like, okay, well, what if it's for? Because they tell you like for a piece of clothing. Okay, but a winter jacket is a piece of clothing. All right. It's like, cool. And the person, give me a chance. I am to enjoy it. My mom said I am to enjoy it. I don't know what that means. I am to enjoy it. Huh? I aim to enjoy, maybe? I don't know. These are freaking good. I'm telling you, these are not even kidding you. They're possibly the best I've ever had. chicken breast, but they fill you up. So I go, and this, I was hired. I was literally hired. And then they said, okay, well, maybe you're more visual guy. They go into this customer, and I then get lucky. The person is bringing in this lamp, right? Which is an appliance. And then, into this, okay, well, appliance, you're able to give how much? Let's say 10 from 20, right? So go in and I have to start because this is what they teach you. I go to the lowest. And then the man tell me, please, I'm a single dad, need to buy a diaper. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if the bull story was bullshit. I don't know if he had a kid. I don't know if it was really for a diaper. It could have been for drugs. I don't know. I saw in his eye despair. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I feel so bad. I'm like, this guy is clearly, I don't know what he has, but he's not doing well. And that's it. The person said, well, you're gonna have to work harder if you want to stay here. And I'm like, dude, this is the first person I talked to. Like, maybe you've been working here for so long that you're more immune to it, but I'm seeing a guy that's broken down, is looking for a bit of hope in life. It's a freaking lamp, right? Possibly have light. I don't know. We don't know. I'm so bad. As I walk out, there's literally a line of people. And this is gonna sound so stupid. I'm gonna sound like the biggest dumbass in the world. I don't care. There's literally a line, because you're working behind a counter, right? Of people with the things in their hand trying to sell them. I saw people looking down. I saw sad people. I couldn't do it. You know? And I don't tell the story online because I'm embarrassed. Okay. Time for honesty. Hot. You never see me apply. I'm gonna tell you about applying. I had this interview. I'm gonna tell you about it. Last year, if you watch the videos, there's how many interviews I did, and I filmed it, and then I stopped because in the same week I get 2 interviews, and they're both perfectly good place. The first one is Hammerstein, which is 32 hours. The other one is the company I used to work for. I didn't get any. I got my heart broken twice. Huh? I just don't talk about it anymore. Fuck it. Fuck it. And like I said, I don't feel comfortable. It's about the lamp. That's my first time talking about it ever. My father doesn't know. My mom doesn't know. You thought about it. Why? Because I ain't never been that bad. I am mom responsibility. My mom, that's what she made today for food. She got enough food to feed me for 2 weeks. What you guys don't know is that we still have food from the last time. You know? I've never been in a position where I went hungry. I've never been in a position where I was homeless, you know? I was almost evicted, but that's because I'm filthy. Because I'm too broke. I was able to survive for 3 months. Yes, my father paid for 1 rent. I was able to survive for 3 months. And I didn't spend. Food was there. I just didn't spend. I know of a living. I don't keep talking about how I should be embarrassed. In my opinion, I don't know. Because there's possibly a reason why you're here. Nobody chooses to go on the welfare because, you know, when you see how much money you make, you're like, oh, not great. But, like I said, sometimes life just happens. And you don't have a choice. You're stuck there. Whatever happened, happens. And then shit. I didn't choose this life. I didn't choose me. You know? Shit just happened. I've been on welfare since October. Right? And there's not a month where I'm proud of it. Not a month. Like, the reality is, yes, I lied to my mom, right? I told her I had a job. And yes, the reason is because she told me that if I ever went on welfare, I thought I had a kernel of popcorn. I used that plate because there was some butter from the bag of popcorn. So it seeped through here, which is great. Yeah. My father, I'm gonna be completely honest. And that makes me an asshole, and I don't care. I liked my mom. I did. Then like, oh, well, you know, you told the truth to your dad. No. That's not what happened. I told the truth to my dad because I needed a lift. I told the truth to my dad because I needed to vouch for me. That I wasn't working. Because I go on welfare. And we talked to a specialist. And the specialist is able to find me a job. And that was great. So she finds a job, and I'm telling her like, hey, and she's like, well, you're on welfare, right? Do you mind if you mind doing some community work? Like you wouldn't get paid, but you would do like a good, because I keep telling her like I was interested in food, I was interested in customer service, right? The food part is not true really, it's because she was pushing it. She was pushing it. And then she had the brilliant idea. She said you should work in a we call it super populaire. What is it? It's a it's kind of like I don't know what you call it. It's kind of the homage shelter, the cuisine behind it, the cafeteria, if you will. Yeah. And I'm working there. And it's fun. I did 3 weeks there. I think working there is like a day a week, sadly. And then you realize that everybody else that's in there, they're like other than people. More than half of those, and I'm not judging, but more of the half of the people that are there for, they're there because they have a court order to go there, to be there. Like, you don't want to be there. And one of the guys would give me shit because hey, you have to listen to me. The guy, we're working together. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna mop my section. I'm like, okay, no problem. Because I thought he was gonna do something else. And he started sitting around. So I noticed that. I said, okay, you know what? Fuck you. And yeah, the guy, I don't think he was a bad guy, but just this instance where you're like, okay, that's a bit odd. So I don't clean my station, right? And start giving me shit. And I'm like, dude, you're not gonna give me shit. Because first of all, in the boss, second of all, I'm not even getting paid here. I'm just here because I was told that it's going to be looking good on my CV to find a job. And then he started giving me more shit. And then I lose control. And I told him, why do you care what I do? You don't want to even be here. And he says something that resonated with me. It shook me to my core. And he said, who wants to be there? And at that point he was talking loud, I was talking loud. And people were looking, right? And when he when he said, who wants to be here? I look around, almost begging. I'm only one person, just one, to say, hey, I want to be here. Nobody. And that's why I left. That's why I left. I was like, dude, why are we doing this? And then after that, and that's a bit my father. Like, this is where like I disconnect a little bit. But I told the story to my well, I didn't tell this story because this is very, again, this is dark side of the human being. This is very bad. And I'm not complaining, you know. I'm not complaining. I know there's people that are shitty. There's good people out there. That was just too much. That was just like, oh. Yeah. There was something else. And, you know. My father's asking me how's it going. And I don't tell him that I left because of this one argument. Because he's going to tell me, like, don't be a pussy. Fight back. Like, you can't fight back with somebody that doesn't care. Can't fight back. That's the worst thing. Fighting with someone that doesn't want to fight is the worst thing. You know? And then even then, in the eyes of the boss, I was choosing to be there. He was court ordered to be there. So the boss gonna stick around, stick up for the guy who has to be there, you know? Yeah. this memories, bro. Shit. You know? I didn't want to talk about it. Spent many months not talking about it. So many months trying to hide that. Not because I was ashamed, because I'd be ashamed for other people. I would be ashamed for the people that think like that. And I told my father, like, you know, it's going well. I said, I lied. I said, that's going well. You know, I said, I don't have any shift schedule. So, yeah. Because that's the truth. I didn't have any shift because I left. He didn't make that connection. And then, well, don't worry. At least you're getting the money for going to the person that helps you. So, like I said, I'm going to the government program, which is basically a program of helping to find a job. What they do is they work with you. They in my case, it was sort of bullshit. We spent 6 weeks building a CV, learning what is the correct website to look for job. Oh shit! I fucked up, guys. No, I fucked up. It's 8:15. Thought it was 7:15. Oh shit! I fucked up. I'm already missing one gem. Fuck. I'm already 1 day behind. It's not a big deal. If we do every single day, we're good. I'm already 1 day behind. What the heck? Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Already. The second day. It started yesterday. Already the day behind. You see, and yes, I absolutely admit that I'm lazy. I could clean the apartment. I could be looking for work a lot more. I could be accepting a job that I don't think are that worth it because, yes, it can lead to something more. It's not something I need to improve. It's not something I can do, right? So, but like I was saying, I spent 6 weeks finding a website that I could apply on. I spent 6 weeks building a CV. By the way, it's the same 6 weeks. I'm just saying over and over, right? I spent 6 weeks. Okay, I thought it was a good fart. It's more than that. I spent 6 weeks applying. They wanted me to apply there. They said, okay, well, today we're gonna focus on applying. You know how much we did in 1 hour? 4 application. Do you know how many people do 100 application and don't get a job? You know, it's not fortunate gonna change shit. We spent 6 weeks trying to focus on which program to choose, trying to narrow down the line. We spent 3 weeks on trying to narrow down the line. 3 weeks where we went from 10, literally 10, freaking possible courses to follow to 5. How's that possible? You know? And in that time, yes, I'm getting paid for that. Yes, I'm getting like $20 per week. But I stopped. Because my father is saying, at least you're getting paid for that. The person on the phone, which called like 2 days ago, who's checking out if I'm applying and if I am doing what I need to be doing. Even her, she's like, why didn't you stay at a CGA you were getting money for? You wouldn't be having the problem that we have today. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean the problem that we're having today? The problem that we're having today is I'm getting extra money because there's a program where I'm looking for work. I am looking for work. I've been looking for work for the last 6 months. It's not working. What am I going to do? I'm going to be looking for work for a full year, and I'm not going to get paid for that? I'm going to get paid for that? I'm going to get paid for a year of work looking for work? All I have to do, there's this classic case of, well, I got a PO officer that said I have to work, but I have to fill a quota, and I have to apply to places. No, it doesn't work like that. You want to apply for a reason. You don't want to apply because you're getting paid for it. You don't want to go to a place because you're getting paid for it. You want to go to a place because you want to be there. And that wasn't the case. That I was losing my fucking time. And again, it's not their fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. We're at different places. Right? I'm in a place where I have had great jobs. I'm in a place where I'm not desperate. I'm in a place where, I'm not willing to take anything because, oh, well, I need to do X, Y, Z. No, if the answer to the problem is W, or even U or V, then the answer is V. It's not, oh, well, I need to work, I need to take X. I know X is not going to be long term, and I know X I'm not going to make enough, and I know X is not going to work. I'm not going to do that, right? It's just stuff. And yeah, that's the whole thing. And that is the whole thing, and it sucks because they were expecting me, and the government and my father was expecting me to stay there, follow a course because I was getting paid. But that course didn't lead me nowhere. I was wasting their time. I could have applied it. Think about it, right? Think about it. I've been on the welfare for 6 months, okay? 6 months is 4 weeks, right? So 24 weeks. I was going there twice a week, which is 1 hour. So do 24 times 2, which is 48. 48 hours. I could have spent 48 hours applying places. Am I saying that I wasted my time? No. Am I saying that it wasn't the greatest thing? Yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing because I didn't find a job. But if I did find a job, it would have been worth it, And it was really helpful, and the people were super nice, and they were truly trying to help, right? At the same time, it was so odd because you're you're working on a flawed system, and you're basically pushing me to take advantage of the system. You know, and there was snacks. There were snacks. So when I stopped coming, and of course I took the snack because I'm a fat pig, right? So of course I took the snacks. And then when I say, listen, I'm not gonna go there anymore because I need to find a job right now. I need to find a job. I need to get out of the house and I apply. I need to be on the field. And her answer is, didn't you like the snacks? I'm like, the snacks? Yes, the snacks were lovely. They were really nice. Am I here for snacks? Am I here for to find a job? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's cuddle up, you know. And you see, my father and my mom both said, "What are you doing with the freaking? What are you doing with the freaking attire social?" Unfortunately, I'm not seeing her. But even then, if it would have worked, it would have worked. I'm not blaming them. I blame myself. Because these people, they get people that are desperate. And they get people that are, and it's hustling. You know? It's just not normal. In the whole conversation, next week I can find a job. Next week I can find a job. I can be working next week. It's the whole thing. I'm going to repeat myself a lot, but everybody that I know, there's a lot of people, are pushing me to find a job no matter what. I don't believe in slaving away for a paycheck. I believe in spending time is something that you care about. You need to love it. You need to care about it. Like, for example, at PCT, we're working for big names. We're working for Bombardier, which is one of the bigger companies here. We were working for the government. The government was what needed pieces, and we were giving it the pieces. We were working for like huge place. We were making, well, not making, but we were painting pieces and applying something so they don't rust. Literal airplane pieces. You know? It was fantastic. I was proud to say, hey, I work for this company today. Yeah, wow. I mean, it's cool. I need to be proud of what I do. And there's nothing wrong with most job. But if your mentality is just a paycheck, and if your mentality is I'm coming here for that, then you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. The reason why you're wrong doing this is because a job which will last for a long time, forever, is going to be 35 years. If you've been working here for a single year, and you thought it's like, okay, well, another day, another paycheck, another dollar, it's like, it's not gonna happen. You just understand how many hours you work per week. Give me a sec. Mm-hmm. Nudes. It's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. Think about how many hours you work per day. Think about how many days it is in a week. Think about how many weeks in a year. Think about how many years you have. And you're gonna hate every single second of it. So then you're wondering why you're not happy because you made the wrong choice in life. The wrong choice in life are not financial. The wrong choice in life aren't oh, I didn't work enough in my life. The wrong choice in life is when I had to choose between happiness and money, I chose money. The wrong choices in life is when I chose purpose and money, I chose money. The wrong choices in life are always going to be, I didn't think about what I wanted enough, right? You have to be selfish. People say you have to be selfish in life. You absolutely have to be selfish. But being selfish is what? Being selfish is looking for happiness no matter what. And a lot of people, like, you see how many people are unhappy. How many people are miserable? How many people wish they were doing something else? How many people are suffering from choices they made? And then you wonder, like, oh, well, that's their fault, right? I'm going to be totally different, but you do the same thing. You do the same thing. Think about it. The best job that I would have had is the Red Cross, right? Because you're literally helping build, talking about wells in Africa. It could have been something else. It could have been another thing. It could have been like having a, I don't know. Could have been helping people in Ukraine, helping people in Gaza, in Israel, or Palestine, right? Could have been helping those people. It could have been that. And yes, Israel-Palestine is a huge problem. I'm going to say pro-Palestine, I'm not going to say pro-Israel. This is not my business. It's a sad thing, but it's not my business, right? I'm not going to say that. But imagine if I would have worked for that. Imagine if I would have been helping for that. That would have been such a freaking... That would have been such a freaking, like, honor. Literal honor. Like, holy shit, dude. Do you know what I did today? I helped prepare school for people that are suffering from a war, right? That has been lasting for thousands of years. You know what? What I did today? Today, I helped build safe road for children to go to school. How happy I would have been. I would have been proud of what I would have been annoying. I would have talked about this every fucking day. Today I did this. Today I did this. Today I did this. So why did I say yes? Because you're promoting a system where the more you do, the better the pay. If you're not doing enough, you're gonna get fired. Doesn't matter how much you do. Doesn't matter how many people donated. Gave. How many people gave? It's also. I'm not saying it was bullshit, but it all seemed counterproductive. It seemed like you're promoting a certain system, but you're talking about another system. It seemed like you're aiming for something, but no, it's something else. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Then ultimately speaking, it doesn't make sense because I don't understand it, but it doesn't make sense at all. And this is my problem. Fuck doing something that serves only you. See, a job that I applied, which is gonna sound so dumb, okay? But a job that I applied for Maxi, which we go to shop there often. I applied to fill up the shelves. Why? Because I go there. Why? Because I have a care for that business. I have a care for that enterprise. I have a care for that building. Second of all, I know how many people are going there every single day, and people from my community, right? So then, I realized that this is minimum salary, and then how am I gonna call back? So I'm going to make all the sacrifices that I need to because I believe in a place. I believe in a company. And the place that I did, super easy. I did a what should I call it? Fuck. I did a what was it called? I don't know what you call it in English. Test de compétence. Skill test, I guess. I did a skill test for a company, and the company was a company that sent food to schools. So you literally had boxes of food. So they're talking about, okay, well, certain people have an allergy. What do you do, right? You have to check which product, and you have to tell, okay, well, this product, for example, right? This kid has an allergy to soy, so you have to look it up. So you have to look, okay, well, what ingredient contains soil? It was for a company for schools, and yes, the food they were sending was not healthy. Yes, the food they were sending is frozen freaking food. Think about kids that don't have to worry about, hey, tonight I'm eating freaking sandwiches again because we're broke. Am I cooking in the cafeteria? No. Am I seeing the food? Absolutely. I wanted to work as a travailleur social, which is basically a I'm gonna say street worker, but that's not it. Street worker is a prostitute. As a what you call it? Fuck. It's not like a shrink. Oh wait a second, I'm gonna check it out online because I believe in that also. And this, I was working with the government. The CGA is what is Centre Jeunesse Emploi. So the I don't know you call, I think the center, the youth work center, right? So I'm going there, and they are we're working towards me working there because I'm like, okay, well, I'm very interested in that. So the job is what? The job is to go from homeless people to homeless people and see if they're okay, see if they ate, see if they're mentally good, see if they're they're dealing with stuff. Are they high? Do they need food? Are they sick? Are they hurt? Are they wounded? Your job is to do that, right? Your job is literally to do that. And then they test me out, and I got excited. And I wanted to go there, and I didn't really prepare. I didn't really prepare. And they're like, okay, well, what do you know about mental health? And I said as a joke, well, I had a lot of problems. I don't know how to cure them. Person looked at me, didn't laugh, and she said, okay, well, you can learn that. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I can learn that, no problem. Right? She's like, okay, well, have you ever seen somebody overdose? I'm like, no. And then they tell me something along the lines of, it's okay, there's a first thing for everything. And I'm like, holy shit. Intervenant de rue in English. So he's a street worker. The most common and accurate English translation for travailleur de rue is outreach worker. Outreach worker. Absolutely. Nice. And they said, did you see somebody with an overdose? Or they said, sorry, but I just noticed that I wasn't aware of half of what's going on. And yes, I could have learned, of course, but if I don't know what to do and somebody died, like, for example, you watch shows, right? You watch shows on TVs, like, for example, firefighter, first respondent, police, and then you see that and like, oh, okay, well, yeah, okay, I can do that job, right? And then you see, well, because I didn't know what to do, somebody died. And it's not normal, but it's part of the job, right? Well, kid, we didn't train you enough. Somebody died. We're gonna have to work towards that not happening again, right? And like, yeah, of course. But to me, it was so scary. Because I was like, okay, well, the goal is not to get there. The goal is not to have a death on my conscience. And yes, I can help people, absolutely. But if it's me or somebody more qualified, I could have saved the person that died. Who am I to take the place? Who am I to take the role? And again, I have the problem of most of the job that I was interested to do, I would have done for a salary. But are you helping the people in the street because you want to help, or are you working? You're helping people in the streets because you're getting a paycheck, right? And I understand now, looking back at it, right? Because I thought about it a lot. The whole who wants to be their situation with the popular soup or the homeless kitchen. I thought about this a lot. And I was like, okay, well, okay. Let's try to pinpoint what happened. Okay, They try to analyze what happened and try to see why the person said that. And there was this thought of, because at the same time, um, I had a situation at PCT where I was getting bullied because a guy that was sad, and this guy, I swear to God, when we left PCT, the number of time he tried to call me, Shao was calling me saying he wants to talk to you, I would hang up. The number of time this guy tried to reach out because he felt bad. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You bullied me for 8 years, which is not true. He bullied me for maybe 6. Big deal. First he was nice. At first he was nice. Then I got hired and he started getting pissed off. Go figure. You bullied me for 6 years. Now that we're not working together, you want to apologize? No. You could have apologized 5 years ago. You could have apologized 4 years ago. I would have accepted it. You could have apologized 3 years in. I would have accepted it. You try to apologize when? We close in March 2024. You start wanting to apologize in holiday 2024. 3 months. Fuck you. Fuck you. You hurt me to a point of no return. You fucked me up. Death threats. I never had death threats before, thank God. Now I can actually say, hey, I had death threats. I'm part of a very selected group, right? So, I saw the situation and I'm like, never again. Okay? So when I had this guy, and this guy was a complainer. He wasn't a bully per se, but he was a complainer. This guy was slacking off, always slacking off. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna be working with that guy, try to figure out what he's thinking, let's try to figure out how he's viewing things. And there was this part where I said, you know what? This guy is doing he's doing community work. He possibly feel like this is hard punishment. Possibly believe doesn't feel like he deserved this. Possibly feel like this is bullshit. I'm not in his shoes. Do I understand where he's coming from? No. Can I understand? Can I try to understand where he's coming from? Yes. Maybe you think it's bullshit. Maybe he feels like this is harsh punishment for no reason. Maybe he didn't commit the crime. There's people that go to jail that didn't commit the crime. There's people that are fall guys. There's people that are framed. There's people that are, it's a mistake. You know? It's a mistake. And then I was like, you know what? This guy maybe. Yeah. Maybe he didn't want to be there because he didn't feel like he had to be there. He doesn't deserve to be punished. And don't get me wrong, I totally understand the feeling of not being punished. Then it hit me. I'm trying to forgive the bad behavior of somebody else. I'm trying to enable the bad behavior of somebody else. Right? And hold this fear. If I'm going to work in a place, because right now, I'm going to be completely honest, okay? Completely honest. And to the Bible, swear to God is true. When I'm looking for a job right now, there is 100%, there's 1,000%, there's absolutely the mentality of this job. I don't care how much it pays in the beginning. I don't care how many hours I have at the beginning, as long as I can pay the rent, you know? Because yes, my mom is helping. She's helping. She gives me a lot of food, and she gives me it's like for example last month she gave me like 200, which I'm very thankful for. Very thankful for, but it's not enough to pay the bills, you know. And then that's when I told her. That's when I told her. So Ma, I'm working 16 hours. And she's like, yeah, but I'm helping you. I don't know if you're good in math, but even with the $200, don't really make it, right? Because it is, let's say it's $15 per hour. Let's say after tax is $12, right? Tax, yeah. After this is $12. You do $12 times 16, which is 192, and then you do 192 times 4, which is 368. Yeah, 368. Is that it? Okay. Is the math? Let's check it out, because I don't think it is. Also, I didn't upload. I did not check if I have to upload. Ink, you're fucking up. Ink, you are fucking up. 50 minutes ago. Oh shit. And you see, this is the problem also. Like, we're gonna be good for uploading, we're gonna be very good. And then I'm gonna slack off, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have problem. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know why my phones are full. What's going on? They're all full. Oh, what's going on? Well, you're fucking up today. You're fucking up right now. Right? And again, I didn't check. So, 279. 279. 279, 279, 279. Day. 279. 269, no. 279. And Project Vendetta. Everything. So you gotta focus. I'm gonna copy and paste. And we do more than one. Right? The chicken food did good. And again, this is a very broad. This is a very, 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 very broad why. Because I don't actually know how much the taxes are. I don't actually know. How much percent do we have for batteries? Percent. It's charging but not fast. I'm not gonna be able to clean. I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow morning. Or what I'm gonna do is, which is dumb, I'm gonna wait a little bit and then I'm gonna clean. Well, tomorrow is gonna be better because I could wake up and do that. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Okay. It's just discussing the apartment. Tomorrow's raining, so it should be pretty cool. I wanted to do it when like a cool day. I want to clean on a cool day. Why? Because it's better. It's. I sweat a lot, so I'm like I'm cleaning the apartment, but I'm sweating. Doesn't make sense. So we're doing 16 times 12 times 4, which is 768, right? Plus 200, right? Which is 968. 968, right? So my mom gives me about $200 per month. So it's not. How do I erase? 968. So let's check it out. Right? Let's check it out. Clear history. Clear issue and memories. Okay. 968 minus the rent, which is I did divide it again. 968 minus 670, right? Minus 20. Minus 20 is for the electricity. Minus the Wi-Fi, 78. Minus no, not plus. Minus. Yes, minus 78. Minus what? Food. My mom's taking care of it. Minus hydro. The Wi-Fi. The phone. I don't have to do it anymore. And we get $200 per month left. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. That's more than I thought. It's a lot more than I thought. It's a lot more.
I'm making 4 short games in 4 weeks.
Là, je suis maître de mes propres paroles.
Okay, so let's see what Zaki is doing. I want your things in my room.
Bon. Bon.
It's lagging.
Bon.
Wayne. Okay, so 3 out of 4 bugged.
Je vais être fort aussi, gang.
Okay, so the problem is them.
Je vous dis, guys, le meilleur, puis je niaise pas.
Merci aux clients fidèles.
Recette.
Okay, good. I'm gonna be watching Wayne.
Là, je suis maître de mes propres.
Yeah, so we're almost done, guys. We're gonna finish this and then we're gonna go. Cause tonight I'm gonna do video games. So I would have 200 per month. This is more than I thought. Oops, I should have taken that job. Shit, I should have taken that job. Fuck. How did I not make it? I don't understand how I thought I had less than that. $200 per month is not like enormous, but it's a couple of, it's a couple of, I don't know. But it's $200 per month. That's $2,400 per, no. I don't know how much that is per year, but that's not a lot. Still better than nothing, right? So yeah. And I don't know what I was talking about. But even then, it could have been a good job. Fuck. That's a problem. There's a problem. But all of this to say, like, yes, should I work? Yes. Am I able to work? Yes. I'm just very selective. I was something stupid, but I was on this dating application, which is FetLife, which is a kink website for people that like to fur, and they want to fur, right? So it's a kink friendly dating application, right? Cool. And there was this girl I used to chat with a lot. Nowadays she had a bad experience there. She met a dude that catfish him, that catfish her. And I'm like, dude, what you see is what you get. I'm ugly as fuck. And she's like, yeah, but I think you're cute. I'm like, okay, no problem. But she met with a guy that catfished her, and now she's afraid. She doesn't want to meet. And I'm like, what kind of idiot would I be if I took this picture as a right? But hey, when it's just you and me, nobody else, so we can be free. Nobody else, so we can be free. Today we have to do the editing. And she talked about herself as a selective SLUT, or a selective hoe, the farm tool. And I was like, you're on here, but to kind of date, to kind of meet people, but you're selective. And I don't know why that word kind of bugged me. First of all, insecurity. I'm like, okay, well, if she's picky, I'm not picked. But then I put myself in her shoes, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah. And I've been having a lot of success on the application, right? No meetup yet, but I got a couple of really cool stuff. People are very open to share, let's just say. And yeah, so, and with jobs, I'm like in a situation where I have to be, I'm a bit more selective. I'm like, you're judging her for romance, but you're doing the same thing for finance. Yeah, now that I know that I would make $200 per month, I should have taken that job. And yes, after 5 months, if there's an opportunity to work more, because the company was good too. The company was pharmacy. Yeah, it's basically so. It's super easy too. I should have taken that job. So basically, you're emptying the trucks and you're getting the boxes with the pills in, and you're just making sure that every single container for pills is okay. So you're making sure that they're not dented. You make sure that they're not open. You're making sure that there's still a seal inside, because otherwise it can be tampered with. It can be a different medication. You never know what will happen. You have to make sure that there's a good quantity so nobody steals. So it's just a inventory for pharmacy, which is very close to here, very close. When I go to my father's house, there's McDonald's that I used to go by a lot. Well, it's right there. Well, it's not right there. It's the McDonald's here. The McDonald's here, right? And the pharmacy is here. Should taking that job anyway. All of this to say, if you're gonna do something, make sure that you want to do it, right? All this to say that. Should I be working? Yes. Could I find a job tomorrow? Yes. Am I gonna work just to work? Am I gonna make a paycheck? I'm gonna work for a paycheck? No. I want to work for someone that I trust, I care about, I believe in. And now I know what you're saying. Ink, this is selfish. This is foolish. No, it's not. No, it's not. If you were vegan, would you work for a slaughterhouse? No. Okay. If you were vegetarian, would you work for a slaughterhouse? No. If you were a omnivore, would you work for a slaughterhouse? Not necessarily. If you were a carnivore, would you work for a slaughterhouse? Not necessarily. Right? Not right. Let's go for something else. If you were an ex-alcoholic, would you work for a bar? No. If you were an ex-gambling addict, would you work for a system where, guys, the most prestigious that I had offered, this one, I made the interview, I wanted to get it. I didn't get it. I'm sorry I didn't get it. I was going to work for L'Auto-Québec. Loto-Quebec is what? Loto-Quebec, so in Quebec, we have a system which is the gambling. So casinos, scratch tickets, right? You cannot have them in circulation. They have to go through the government, they have to be approved, right? I had an opportunity to work behind a kiosk. And basically, the only thing that you need to be was good at math, and I was good at math, you know? Which I didn't show right now because we made a mistake, but it's okay. And I didn't get the job. I don't know why I didn't get. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I didn't get the job. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't get the job. I'm gonna be honest, but I didn't get it. And after that, I thought about it. I'm like, this is literally a program by the government that is making it easier for people to fall into gambling addiction. And you're telling me that you want to work for them. Am I saying this is flawed? Am I saying that it's not a good company? No. Am I saying that shame on them? No. Am I saying that it's a bit weird that the government is promoting something that can create addiction? So you're not allowing drugs to be used, but you're promoting a system where gambling addiction is real. You're not allowing people to do drugs, but you're allowing people to buy alcohol at the supermarkets. And then your excuse is they choose to do it, right? How is alcohol less addictive than drugs? How is gambling less addictive than drugs? It's a question of self-control, right? Are you doing a questionnaire? Are you asking question? Are you able to buy alcohol no matter what? They ask you for your ID card. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret. If I was drinking at 14 years old and I became an alcoholic, versus if I did it at 21 years old and I start drinking, which is legal age in Canada. Well, no, it's 18 years old, by the way, but most countries it's 21, right? If I start drinking at 21 and I become an alcoholic, what's the difference? I still became an alcoholic. Okay, so the reality is, yes, at 21 years old, I have more life experience. I have a bigger understanding of who I am as a person. I have a bigger control over my life, absolutely. But I also have a job. I also have my own place. I also have my own schedule. I also have my own money. I also don't have my parents that say, hey, don't drink. And if you do, drink responsibly. No, I don't have that. Right? So, then I was going to be working for that. Why? Because it was governmental. It was the best job I could get. It was an amazing job. The pay was amazing. The hours were amazing. The insurance was amazing. It was a lifelong job. I'm fucking glad I didn't get it. Why? Because morally speaking, I have a little problem with that. And maybe it's a me problem. But I still have a problem. On that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. We're going to end here because, again, I want you guys to think about it, right? And I talked about long... no, we're not going to end here. We're going to do a small... I was supposed to clean the apartment. The reason why I'm going to clean the apartment is because I'm at 4% batteries. I'm not going to wait the whole night. However, tomorrow morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wake up earlier and do something crazy tomorrow. Tonight, we are playing video games, right? Tonight, we're playing mobile games. Tomorrow is... Drumroll, please. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, what's Wednesday? The tournament tomorrow. So we're gonna be playing the tournament. We're gonna be playing we're gonna be streaming tomorrow. But if I'm lucky, I'm gonna wake up at 11 like we did today. I'm gonna be streaming from 11. I'm gonna be making videos from 11 to 2. And then I'm gonna be streaming from 2 to maybe 5. I'm gonna spend the last 2 hours gaming. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be okay. So love you guys. I could have streamed tonight, but the real story is that I don't know if I have the storage for that, and I want to edit something in the Speedster. I want to do a video of Speedster. So on that note, I love you guys. I really do. Take it easy. Peace. Always be nice. Always respect who you are as a person. Always respect your value. Respect your belief. Right? And that's something that I shouldn't say. I might get canceled for it. Don't care. Do not sell your belief. Do not sell your value. Don't bring your own confidence down for cash. I was looking at a video. It was so dumb. Riley Reid, and I'm not saying she's dumb, but it's dumb as fuck. Saying, oh, I wish my videos were taken off the internet. Are you dumb? It's never gonna happen. She's like, well, now that I'm older, I realize that it's a mistake, which it sucks for you. It really sucks. But you made banks. You made more money than most people on the planet. You're married. You have a kid. You're lucky. You want life, not because you made millions, because you have a husband and a kid. You want life, but now you regret. Well, tough shit. You made the choice that you made, right? You didn't regret it when you're making millions. You didn't regret when you're making $100,000. But what was the price? Your whole future. What was the price? Well, your kid possibly will grow up, possibly will get recognized because she, or I don't know if it's a he or she, might look like you. Say, hey, your mom does porn, or she used to do porn. So yeah, money wasn't worth it. Money will never be worth it. After tonight, after the whole conversation with my mom with the video, we've been here for 2 hours. What do you think I feel the worst about? Not working or hurting my mom's feelings? Huh? What pains me to say? Like, this is gonna be uploaded. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If I look like a bum, if I look like a loser, I don't care. I don't care. I did a whole speech yesterday about who cares what it looks like. I made a video. I see the garbage here. The garbage which I haven't filled up, I haven't brought down, because I'm gonna have the two garbage. I'm gonna wait until they're full, and then I'm gonna bring them down. And you can see the garbage in the video. Do I care? No. I don't care how you view me. You view me as a bum, as a loser. I don't care. I care about my mom, and I want her to be happy. I don't live for other people. I live for myself. And that's selfish, but I don't care. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Thank you for watching, as always. Picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. Picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, so I'm a thing that you get down to carry you out. Dome Link, it's your boy, Quick Commentary Show. Considering Mobs are having a wonderful day on this glorious 21st July 2026. We finished making videos. I was wanting to clean the apartment because it's filthy. However, we don't have the time to do it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be playing video games, mobile games. So Tokyo Ghoul, I want to play it. I want to play this new game, which is what? Which is I got the name wrong. Cause I got your picture, which is Star Sailor, right? I'm gonna do that. I want to stream, but I don't have the storage, and I want to focus on that. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing like, for example, yesterday we did 5 hours of gaming on the mobile. What I want to do is I want to do a little bit less, which is possibly 3 hours. And what I want to do is I want to stream every single day. Let's bring it back. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. So I love you guys. Take it easy. Have a good evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get you get back. I don't wanna carry you out. There's a okay. Good night. Good night, Shield. Cause I got your picture. I'm coming with you, dear Maria. Count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm a saying.